This is Left Undone.
A podcast rooted in fashion but never limited to it.
We talk about clothes, culture, film, music, politics.
And the opinions that don't always reach a conclusion.
I'm Ole Roof.
I'm Noor Turk.
And in this episode, we're talking about fashion as a language.
Not trends, not aesthetics, but what clothing actually communicates.
This is Left Undone.
Hello guys, welcome back.
Hello everybody.
So Oli, how are you feeling today?
Oh, I'm feeling okay. It's the end of another week, and so I am ready to relax this weekend. How about you?
Tell me about it. Well, this weekend, when we release this episode, will not be Valentine's Day, but tomorrow's Valentine's Day.
Happy Love Day, y'all. So
Happy
today
Love
is
Day.
Galentine's Day. It's Friday the 13th, which is
Yeah.
a bit cursed.
And it's feeling like Friday the 13th. Honestly, for me personally, I'm feeling it majorly. But I'm also a woman with hormones, so that's a different story. But how are you feeling? Do you feel the Friday the 13th kind of spookiness? Or?
Not really,
That's
honestly.
good. That's good.
Yeah, I
Pass it over here. Give me some of that.
I have there's other things that are occupying my time and just my brain. So no, at least until this point today, I've not felt the spookiness of Friday the 13th.
Occupying. Yeah, no, I know, I feel that. And also, it's just been a really hectic time recently, no?
Yeah, just the news cycle is continuing to feed our
feeds, our minds.
Yes.
Our, maybe stress hormones, I'm assuming. Yeah. If I'm speaking on the behalf of myself, I'm assuming other people probably feel similarly as well.
But we're staying namaste.
Yeah, namaste, peace and love, and just remember to meditate and just take a deep breath. On that note, actually, why don't you grab a little beverage, a little snack, and I'm drinking some matcha and some water. Oli, what are you drinking?
Well, I already finished my matcha.
Yeah.
I needed sort of an afternoon pick-me-up, so that was very good. And now I just have a glass of Florence's finest.
I swear to God, Oli always sounds like he's in Mad Men, and he's just I'm having my bourbon of the day, and he makes water sound like that.
I always take it neat, everyone. I always take it neat. No funny stuff. No junk in it.
No junk. Love it.
Remember what we said about Florence's tap water? It must be filtered, so it's Florence's filtered finest.
Yes, and
that's a triple alliteration, babes. Snaps, please.
And y'all would have heard us say that if you tuned into our last episode. So maybe tune into the last episode. You'll hear us say a couple fun things.
Well, on that note, at the end of the last episode, we posed a question to the viewers and a question for both of us. And the question was, what was a fashion opinion that we hadn't fully figured out yet? And I can answer that question first.
Please go ahead.
But,
ladies first.
Oh, age before beauty. Thank you. Yeah, I was thinking about it, and one thing that I've thought about, pretty consistently is whether or not you should match your leathers.
Oh my God. Are you going to talk about the gloves now?
Well, that was something, right? That is something that I will talk about.
I just reminded you now. Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
Go. Tell me. Rant.
Well, basically, I am a type of person who likes to match when they're wearing leather shoes, for example. I like to wear a belt because I usually wear belts with almost every outfit. But I do like to, if I'm wearing black shoes, I wear a black belt. If I'm wearing, suede shoes, I'll wear a suede belt, and it just makes me, it makes me feel like my outfit is more cohesive but I understand that it is not like a law that you must match your leathers, but I feel that it's just better if you do. So I'm torn on this subject, and yeah.
Ole's saying, I know it's not a law because he knows I'm gonna disagree with him right here, and I'm like, listen, I think like when you can combine certain colors and have mismatching leathers, I personally feel like it's more fun and you're kind of just adding a little bit of like hecticness to your outfit. But again, I think like coming down to that, I'm not right, neither are you. I think we're like, again, it's just an opinion, but I disagree. Fight me on that.
And you have every right to disagree. But yes, I've been looking, as you know, I've been looking for there's like a very specific glove that I have in mind. And it's a brown, I'm just looking for a brown suede glove.
Yeah.
Because I have a pair of brown suede boots.
By the way, like, please ignore the construction as much as you can. So sorry about that if you can hear it. If not, great, but
yeah, there's construction happening outside.
Always.
But yeah, I have a pair of brown suede boots, brown suede loafers, and brown suede belt. And in the winter, I'm like, you know, like I don't want to wear my black gloves, my black leather gloves, if I'm going to be wearing my otherwise suede leather things. So
even though those are really sexy pair of gloves.
Yeah. Despite that, I'm like, I just don't feel. I feel like I'm doing something illegal, even though I'm not.
Feels illegal.
It feels illegal. So.
Yeah, I mean, fair, but again, I disagree. Anyways, ask me the question. My turn.
Your turn. Tell us a fashion opinion that you haven't fully figured out yet.
Okay, I haven't fully figured it out yet. This is like, how many colors can you add to an outfit before you look like a walking rainbow or clown? I'm like, for me, so far, I'm trying to be less OCD, even though I'm not OCD diagnosed, but I do feel like it. Promise me. My mother and father are very there, so I feel like at least something in the blood, but I feel like I'm just a bit OCD when it comes to matching like colors in my outfits. And that like sandwich rule, you know, like you have something yellow and then another color and then you have something yellow on the bottom. I'm just trying to convince to myself and probably like disprove this theory all in all. Like, it's okay, maybe you don't need to do that for your outfit actually to like look cool and to feel good. And I'm just trying to play more with colors now in a sense that doesn't feel too matchy as well and just a bit more fun and relaxed. And so I'm like, maybe it's just not that deep. Maybe we don't have to match our colors, as I am literally matching my colors right now in my outfit. Please ignore that. But I do feel like it is something to be like journeyed upon. So yeah,
colors certainly are difficult because or they can be difficult to do well and tastefully. Like, another opinion is that black and navy shouldn't be worn together.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, or like blue and green never to be seen.
That
like,
is so dumb.
Yeah,
you've rocked some very cool blue and green. So cool. And
I say blue and green always to be seen.
Yes, always to be seen, and I agree. And I love blue and green together. And navy and black. Well, sir, you're decked out in that, and you're looking fly as hell.
Well, thank you.
Can you tell the audience?
Yeah, this
on
perfect
your fit
segue.
Check?
Perfect segue.
Right?
Let me go.
Okay, natural.
Let me go.
She's
a transition queen. Let me go toe to head, as you've put it.
Toe to head, yes.
So TTH on the feet. I am wearing my GH Bass Weegens loafers. So these are
beautiful.
These are beat. I need to go to the cobbler and get these either resoled or have the sole reattached to the upper, because
Don't say
these are falling
word,
apart.
Cobbler.
Yeah, but I need to make a visit.
Yeah.
But these are so comfortable, and I will wear these until they fall apart.
They are really cool though, and they fit your feet so well.
And they're finally comfortable. Like, people do say that it is a bit of a pain in the neck to break these. Well, pain in the feet.
And the footsies.
To break these in. But now that they're just beautiful. And I wear them all day. Well, you just got lucky. But most people do have at least a little bit of pain breaking these shoes in. So
okay, lucky girl syndrome.
Yeah.
Okay.
The socks are
Those
Rototo.
are really, really cool socks.
Yeah, if y'all can see, these are a bit fun.
Yeah.
I usually just wear solid socks and just but these have a bit more to say than just my regular white or black socks.
No, I mean, like, if you can't find these socks in a couple days, I don't know where they've gone.
Oh, maybe I'll call the police. No, I won't do that. I'll just accept that they found another loving home. Yeah. But yes, fun socks today. The pants are from a brand called Ronning. These are like a fatigue pant, usually in like a fatigue army green, but these are in black. And yeah, I love these pants. Just a great pair of black pants that you can dress up and dress down. The t-shirt is Whitesville, Japan. The jacket, which is my favorite denim jacket.
His baby.
Yes, this is the TCB 50s Type 2 jacket. It's a replica of the Levi's Type 2 that was manufactured in the 50s, and it just became iconic through people like Elvis wearing them, whoever else. But yeah, this is a great jacket. I love it.
Beautiful.
The neckerchief is double RL.
Mm-hmm. Tell us the neckerchief little.
Oh yes,
tie.
Yes. The tie part is fun. It came with a bandana that I bought from Desi here in Florence.
Yes.
Desi is a great store.
So cool.
They have Desi Vintage, which has some really great curated vintage, and also the Desi like retail.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's a store that is caters exactly to my style, so I love it for that. But I can't remember the name of the brand, but it's an Italian brand, and yeah, this little piece came with the bandana.
We'll tag all the brands below anyway.
Yes, for
totally
sure.
Fine.
For
Very
sure.
Cool.
The everyday jewelry, the chain is Red Rabbit Co. The glasses are Moscot. Shout out. We went to the store and I had them adjusted, and so now they fit even better than before.
Beautiful. I will never see these man's eyes ever again.
No, I fear not. I love these. Are my indoor glasses. So
curse you, Moscot. No, I'm joking. Sponsor us.
Keep making great glasses.
Yes. No, they are beautiful glasses.
Yeah, they had like a limited edition model of the Lemtosh for the Olympics. So
cool. I did not see that.
They're just like a clear frame, and I don't know if they're a little.
No, I saw that. I lied.
Yeah, in the store.
Right,
I think they had them. Yeah.
Right. They had these beautiful, like the pinky ones, the rosy ones.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a very light pink, and I was like, oh my god, I need these, but I don't have 400 euros.
Oopsies. Save your pennies.
Yeah.
Save your pennies.
Anyways, yeah, tell us.
The cap is engineered garments, and yeah, everyday jewelry, same as usual.
But for the first time, people tell us, explain the jewelry.
Oh, well, again, the watch is my daily driver Tissot PR100. I've had this watch for almost 4 years now, and yeah, I really love this watch, and I love Tissot. I didn't know much about watches when I bought this watch. I just bought it from a seller on eBay. But I wanted to buy Tissot because my dad wore a Tissot watch when I was a kid, and he had he hadn't seen it in decades, and this was like 2 years ago. I said to my dad, "Dad, do you know where that old watch of yours is? I was watching some home movies on my parents' desktop computer, and I came across this video of my dad with his watch, and I was like, Dad, you used to wear this watch. What is it? Where is it?"
Give it to me.
And he's like, "Well, yeah."
No.
He was like, "Oh, I haven't seen that in years." So he made it a mission to find the watch in my parents' house, and it was buried away in one of my mom's jewelry boxes. He literally, I don't think he had seen it in over like 10 years. So it honestly was a bit emotional
He loves
because,
you so much.
well, he bought it. He bought it when he was in Switzerland, traveling around Europe in the 90s, and bought it from a dealer, or he was either a Tissot store or a dealer. I can't remember where in Switzerland he was, but that was like the first real watch that he bought for himself. And so the watch is special for him, and thus the brand has become special for me. So that's why Tissot is special for me.
Thank you, Papa.
Yes. Well, thank you, Papa, for this Cuban link bracelet, part of my everyday jewelry.
Very nice.
Yeah, never comes off my wrist. To shower, sleep with it, all the things. The pink bandana bracelet, which Noor has her matching one. Yes, this is our pink string of fate.
Yes.
So,
if you guys don't know what that is, search up what the red string theory
yeah, look up
is.
red string theory.
Yeah, that's your homework.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful, Ole.
And I think that is basically it.
Nice.
Fit check complete.
Fit check complete.
And what about you? What are you wearing today?
Per me?
Per te.
I am wearing, I have my 9 West black lace up little kitten heels, pointed toe kitten heels on. Then my leg warmers are actually designed by me, made by my dear friend Sarah. I will also tag her below. She does really cool like little bags and leg warmers and just like pieces, and it's all made from recycled fabrics, and she basically just knits them together and then adds like a bunch of little fun stuff on top.
Yeah,
so
these are gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Thank you. So yeah, I had some fabrics left remaining from my graduation collection for my bachelor's, and I was like, okay, I loved her style of like recycling these fabrics and creating like something new from them. I was like, oh my god, I want to see like leg warmers that are like crocheted with recycled fabrics. I feel like that could be so much fun, and it's a part of like this like kind of doll-ish fairy, I feel like, look to have like something like on the bottom of your legs, kind of, So yeah, and we created these together, and I'm just so grateful for her. So shout out to my friend Sarah. And then the tights again are Emilio Cavallini. That's how you pronounce the name. So got it now. Anyways, yes, love them. And then the skirt, don't know if you can really see it, but the skirt is from Ross in Arizona. When I am broke, that is the place I go. So yeah. And then my corset actually is from Melrose. Melrose in Firenze. Oh my god.
One of our favorite vintage stores.
I love Melrose. Shout out to Melrose.
Big
really.
shout out.
Big shout out to Melrose. I love them so much. And everyone that works there is so sweet. Like, free advertisement, honestly, go to Melrose. You will pay your money's worth. The clothes are a bit pricey, but like they're like lingerie and like little pieces like this, like sweaters, or they're well priced, honestly, for like the materials and stuff. In my humble opinion, I feel they're well priced.
And the curation, and that is what you're paying for when you go to a shop like that. Like,
when you just, before you enter, the mannequins outside of that shop, no, the curation is beautiful, the styling is beautiful. They really like handpick their stock, which is very appreciated in a society, in a world where fashion is sometimes not as thought through.
Right.
Anyways.
And not communicated as well.
Yeah. So done with my rant about Melrose, but go visit Melrose if you live in Florence, Italy. My top, this gray top, is actually from my mom. She, I think, also got it from like Ross or something. I'm not really sure though. Yeah, and then
Love the cuffs. The cuffs are so
yes, the
fun.
cuffs are so fun. I love them. It's not real fur though. I can tell you that. So
Mhm.
yeah, don't freak out. Anyways, my neckerchief is from Ralph Lauren. Oli got it for my birthday. Thank you, Oli.
You're so welcome.
He knows I love pink, so it had to be in
Of
pink.
course, had to be pink.
My necklace is from Tiffany. It's my birthright from my father. And then my earrings, again, I'm not really sure, but I just have like my rings and my earrings are like curated from over the years. Me and my sister bought a bunch of like jewelry from, I don't want to say the names, but like
Mm.
H&M and like Ross and just like random places. Like this ring, for example, is from Pandora. This ring is a moonstone, real moonstone from Sedona. I don't know where this is from. This ring is from Portugal. Like this little hippie man on the street made it and gave it to, and I bought it for him from him. This ring is like a friendship bond between me and my sister and an old friend of mine. So like everything is just curated from over the years, and we never really wore it. And now I am putting them to good use, and they are rusting on my fingers. But
Better than ending up in a landfill or something. So.
yeah, so we don't like to waste things in
No.
this household. Yeah, and I think that's it. Oh, my hair clip. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little butterfly. It's from Urban Outfitters, even though you shouldn't really shop from there. But
Mm.
yeah, that was a while ago. So yeah, that's
I won't hold it against you.
thank you.
Well,
Forgive me.
well, it's very clear that you know, especially with an outfit like this, you are communicating yourself, you know, through the expression of this
Yeah,
outfit that you've put together.
I wanted to look like a fairy today because I've been feeling really bad about myself. I don't know why. It's just like this wave of like feelings of depression that come through.
And that's all a part of being human.
Yeah.
We all go through those ups and downs.
Yeah.
And
even though I don't really have like a valid reason, but like it's okay. Like I'm
and
just
there
going
doesn't
through
have
the
to be,
feelings.
you know, it's just feelings.
Yeah.
And I guess that those feelings can be communicated even through the clothes that we wear.
Yeah.
And that's what I find so interesting about fashion, is that fashion works the same way that language does.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
like it signals so many things. Like it signals things like, you know, class, politics, access, you know, like, and taste, even before any words leave your mouth.
Exactly.
So
like the purpose for what I'm wearing today is like just to feel better about myself, and I call this like my dopamine sort of dressing, because I'm picking colors like pink, and then I have all these fun colors down here, some blues, some purples, pastels, and then we have a darker like tones here, but like we have the fur, you know, it just adds like this feeling of like, oh, a bit like
right.
It gives me dopamine rush, you know, and all the pink, it just makes me feel so much better. Like the more pink on my face and body, the better I feel. And I feel like when people look at me as well, they see me like as, oh my god, she looks like a fairy or something magical, or like a very happy person, or just like I feel better now because I'm looking at this color pink, which psychologically makes me feel like better about myself. What was your maybe intention of like what you picked
today it is not too far from the things that I wear daily.
Yeah.
Like I usually start, and that's another thing, I usually, it's not like I dress myself from the bottom up or the top down. It's again just like, how am I feeling today?
Exactly.
And I feel like at this point I do have a pretty well curated wardrobe where I can just like mix and match things, and I know that they're going to work. And I have, especially in the past 2 years, I've tried to be more thoughtful about the things that I buy, making sure that the things fit how I want them to fit, that they're going to age well, that they're going to hold up.
Yeah.
Um,
So what
and
was
so,
like the emotion that you wanted to portray like
today,
the
a
vibe
bit a
or
bit rugged with the denim, as I expressed on the first episode. I love denim, so there's usually something denim in an outfit. Um, uh, really, the one like feeling that I want to feel when I'm thinking about how I want to present myself is cool. Because especially for guys, like, I feel like we just want to be cool. Like we don't.
You look freaking cool, my
Thank
man.
you, thank you. On that.
I wanted to dab you up, but this is my bad hand.
And this is a left-handed dab.
Have we cursed ourselves now on Friday the 13th?
Ooh.
No!
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
No! Oh my god. So you would say that this was a conscious pick for you?
Oh, for sure. And for sure. And I definitely do think about like color coordination and silhouette and things like that.
Do you personally feel that when you're picking out an outfit, like, do you always feel like it's a conscious pick, or sometimes do you have like, okay, like this is my uniform, I know that this looks good, and that's it. That's like my thought only.
Well, I think whether we realize it or not, the things that whatever we put on our bodies is a conscious choice, whether we realize it or not. Like even if you don't care and like just put something on, that's still a conscious decision,
Like, I'm not gonna give up today, and I'm just gonna wear what I want to wear. And
whatever you end up with was the decision. So I
mean, makes sense, honestly.
So for me, it's if I feel cool, I usually feel good in what I'm wearing. So that's really all that I shoot for, to be honest. But I guess that raises kind of an interesting question, like when you realize that the clothes, the garments that you wear mean something more than just covering yourself up. Was there a specific moment, or was there like a piece maybe that made you realize that clothes mean something more than just the functional utility that they bring us?
You know what's funny? I think like COVID, that time, well, first of all, like when COVID happened, it was like 2019, 2020.
Early 2020, yeah.
Yeah, early 2020, end of 2019. Like, I was graduating that year of high school, and I was gonna turn 18 in July. So I was like 17 years old. COVID's happening. No, we're in lockdown. Great, okay, fine. And then there was that whole thing of like that Shein wave. Everyone was on TikTok. I personally was never like a TikToker. I definitely tried to be at some point. No, I didn't try too hard, thank God. But like, yeah. Anyways, and then I was just like seeing these waves of like trends, So I wanted to like get on that, and yeah. So I tried to like join that wave by buying from Shein and fast fashion,
Shein hauls.
yeah, and just like all that stuff. Ooh. But then I realized after COVID, moving to Germany, that was a very pivotal point for me for like graduating high school and then moving away from Abu Dhabi, like the UAE, United Arab Emirates. For the people that don't know, the capital is Abu Dhabi, not Dubai. So yeah, first
very
of all,
common misconception.
Very common, but also look at a map. And so like, yeah, I was living in Abu Dhabi, and then I moved to Germany for my bachelor's, and I realized when I moved to Germany, I was like very not well and everything, but it did make me feel a lot of things, especially because I was alone for the first time in my life in my own apartment. I have no friends. My family, I call them, but like, they have things that they need to do, and I'm just like, I have online school, so I'm not even going out and about and whatever. And I would just really sit there and cry, laugh, watch movies, and then I would just like, because I was feeling so much. No, feel.
No, feel.
So like I started to realize that what I was wearing and putting on my body clothing wise was more based on like I'd wake up and just ask myself, how am I feeling today, and wear something according to that. And I actually
Mood-based dressing.
mood based, like completely. So I would literally wake up every single day and go with a whole new aesthetic. You know, this thing about like, I'm a clean girl, I'm a maximum. No, girl, I was an everything girl. Literally
She did
everything.
it all.
I did it all. Like, daily was a whole new person. Sometimes people wouldn't even recognize me. That's how much I like dress differently. So it was always like, one day I'd wake up and decide to be completely emo, do like the biggest winged eyeliner you've ever seen in your life, the thickest, like, you know, with the purple eyeshadow.
About to take flight with those wings.
About to take flight and cut your throat because my liner was so strong. No, it was crazy. And then the next day I'd wake up and I'd be like, I want to be a Bratz doll today. Put on my little male girl hat and just like a little off the shoulder thing and cute pair of like skinny boot cut jeans and some cunty ass boots, and that was my fit. And I'm like, I'm a Bratz doll today. And yeah, so I feel like that was actually the pivotal point of where I transitioned from not really caring about, well, I've always cared about clothes, but like being more like, no, actually I want to use clothes to express whom I am today and
express your identity that day.
Exactly.
So maybe your identity was more fluid back then, which was reflected in the clothes that you wore.
I also like other story, but like side story basically. But I grew up in Abu Dhabi for 9 years, since I was 9 years old till I was 18. And my school, we had uniforms. We had really ugly uniforms. When you think uniforms, don't think of like cute Gossip Girl kind of uniform type thing. No. No. I swear, I was shocked I didn't get an allergic reaction from our clothes because it literally, I tell you, it said like it was made of cotton, whatever. No, girl, these uniforms, I'm pretty sure were made fully of polyester. They were disgusting.
Polyester rags.
No, it was disgusting. It was so gross. So like I never got to wear clothes. I would only wear like an outfit on the weekends when I would go out with my friends, and the rest of the week I was doing gymnastics and going to sleep. So I never really got to like wear anything. So that's also like my identity crisis like started from there too, because I didn't get to pick out my own clothes only on like 2 days of the week or one day. And then so like I really didn't have a sense of self through style.
Well, and it brings up the point that the clothes that we wear can actually change like how we think and how we perform.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, those school uniforms that you wore, because they were so cheap and so cheaply made, I mean, that might have been affecting how you were feeling in school, how you're performing in school. So like, yeah. And then like the other thing, like people say like, oh, dress to be the person that you want to be. And I guess that also begs the question, like, if you're doing that, if you're dressing to be the person that you want to be, like if you're dressing aspirationally, is that you being authentic, or is that you just wearing a costume until it becomes like a habit and it becomes like an established part of who you are? Like for me, I guess
Tell me.
Like the bandana, for example. Like,
oh, the signature bandana.
Yeah, like the bandana thing. Was that something that I just kept doing because I wanted to show that I am like this urban cowboy, or like and is that me being authentic, or is that me just playing dress up every single day? You know, I still do ask myself that, but I'm like, no, like the bandana is more than just me dressing up as a cowboy, you know, going to work or whatever. I
personally think it suits you very much.
Well, and I think so too. If I'm being honest. I wouldn't wear it if I didn't think it suited me, but I guess it's become so normal to me now that I guess it is an extension of me.
Do you
Uh,
remember that time where you would ask me, like, Noor, like, does this actually look good on me or do I look like
yeah.
crazy?
Well, and I think, well, the first bandana that I wore as
Do
a
you
neckerchief,
remember that feeling though?
I do, because, well, it is like whenever you start doing something new,
Mm-hmm.
it can be a bit scary because you're
Yeah.
like, oh, this is like kind of weird, or it's like, oh, it's again kind of performative. Like,
Mm.
uh, but yeah, I do remember that. And I think when I invested in some like better bandanas, because that
Yeah.
first one that I had was just an old one from home that was in my parents' house,
Mm-hmm.
and it was nice. It actually was nice, but the color, like it was red and it was so vibrant, it just looked costumey, you know.
Mm.
And I think after investing in a few more other bandanas that just look more natural in a way,
Yeah.
not so costumey, it
And
feels
performative.
and performative. Yeah, it feels more natural now, and
Mhm.
I think it is also now I just own it and I just feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
So yeah, for me now the bandana as an example is me being authentic, not just not just wearing a costume that has become a habit.
Yeah.
So
I can definitely see that. I feel like it's become embedded within your
for
identity
sure,
as well, and
for sure.
just your form of expression, and to show that you were really that preppy Western cowboy that you think you are.
And it has become a part of my personal uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and yeah, to get back to that question of when I discovered like archetypal dressing or
Mm.
uniform dressing as I was getting more into denim, it was really connected to
The
when I fell
denim
down the
store.
denim rabbit hole. Yeah,
You guys should go check out the last episode to hear about it.
yeah,
The full story.
yeah. Me falling in love with denim.
Says that as he's like wearing all denim.
Right. But yeah, it was in that time when I discovered the concept of uniform dressing, which
Mhm.
had been that term and that concept had existed for a while before that. But
Might I add, you have. I feel like
I definitely have
you
established
understand
my
the concept of
yeah,
uniform dressing.
and it's about having fewer items,
Mhm.
but items that suit you and your body type and your personality. So that, like a pair of jeans, for example, if you have one good pair of jeans that are fitted in a way that can suit like almost any occasion, that's really like all that you need.
I
Like,
literally so envy you because I feel like I'm still having like an identity crisis in my wardrobe, and Oli really like he'll be like, even if he doesn't know what to wear, he'll pick out an outfit in like 10 minutes, and I'm like, I hate you. I envy you. I need like a uniform outfit, but again, I'm just like all over the place.
well, and
So,
part of the struggle I think with that process is finding the thing
yeah,
that will become
your
the
thing.
uniform.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
No, I
and that
agree.
takes time.
Yeah.
Even if you're just talking about jeans, for example,
Yeah.
finding like the perfect jean for you
Yeah.
that will be like the jean
Yeah.
is very difficult. And like,
Yeah, and you are like really old, so it makes sense you didn't
yeah,
have a lot.
right. I have years more experience than you in tracking down these things. So
Don't
yes.
hate me. Okay, anyways, I'm always joking that Wooly is old. He's really not though.
It will be a recurring joke. I'm 27 years old, by the way.
Ancient.
Wrong side of 25. That's for sure.
You're almost 30.
Oh, not almost.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Okay, anyways.
Yeah, so just like again, the uniform dressing to be, you know, a specific type of person.
Mhm.
Even, but I don't like to categorize people into boxes, but you can definitely make some generalizations about people based on, their cultural background and things like this. And so I take a more American approach to dressing.
Americana.
Yeah. Americana, right, which is very different from American dressing.
Okay, Oli, can I ask you something?
Sure.
This is like a little bit like I want to get into the nitty gritties of fashion. Um, do you personally believe that, first of all, do you like quiet luxury? And then, second of all, do you think quiet luxury is political in a sense?
Mm,
Or what do you think about quiet luxury? Because this is like something that irks me. Like quiet luxury, in my opinion, well, it doesn't irk me. That's invalid for me to say, but it's just a interesting idea, and it's just become popular
mm,
more recently within the past year, and it still seems like it's going to continue this year. I
mhm.
definitely think so, at least. What do you think about
Well,
quiet luxury?
I personally attribute the quiet luxury like trend
Mm,
as sort of a response to the post COVID the post COVID uh,
extravaganza.
yeah, that is the world
Yeah.
of that is full of, chaos, disaster, noise,
Yeah.
uh, and I think when it comes to quiet luxury, which is worn by people who can afford to live a luxurious lifestyle.
Quietly, yes, of course.
Yeah, it's like
Without breaking the bank.
yeah, it's
Mhm.
basically like minimalism as a flex. They're wearing brands like Loro Piana,
Yeah.
which produce like some of the finest wools on
Mhm.
earth,
It's true.
or they source some of the finest wools on
Yeah.
earth. And yeah, I guess like this style and this trend is more of a high status signal because
Mhm.
yeah, it implies that you have the resources to
Yeah.
keep something like a white wool sweater
Yeah.
clean. That costs like 1,500 euros or something
Yeah,
from Loro
insane.
Piana. Like if you can afford to keep that clean
That's
and
already an
replace it
investment.
if it gets dirty, like
Yeah.
I mean that's I mean it's insane to me, and I don't like the reason why I don't like it is because it is tied to the elite, and
Yeah.
I'm not saying that wealth should be uh is something to look down on or be frowned upon.
Mhm. Or
Like
like eat the rich, but like
yeah, it's low key, high key, but and that's not to say that only the rich can enjoy the quiet luxury trend.
Yeah.
I do think there is something to be said for minimalism
Mhm.
and wearing, neutral
Yeah.
tones, neutral silhouettes.
More
Um,
like clean looks,
yeah,
let's say.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, and I do enjoy that.
Mhm.
I do, yeah, like monochromatic
Mhm.
outfits. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Mhm.
I mean, you could say in a way that my style is somewhat minimalist in that it's not
Yeah.
super loud with patterns or textures. It's pretty muted in that way, but
Mm.
it's definitely not. It definitely wouldn't be classified under quiet
Quiet
luxury
luxury,
because I
yeah.
tend to wear more workwear staple
Workwear,
items.
exactly. And your
So
items haven't broken your bank
not
completely.
completely, no, but
Almost, but not completely.
yeah.
And I mean, like, honestly, I see where you're coming from, and I agree in a way, but I also think that quiet luxury did stem from like this era of 2014 to 2019 maybe, or like the past kind of decade-ish, where it's like you had like these luxury brands, and you would have like the Gucci, like we had so many rappers rapping about Gucci and Gucci gang and all this stuff, and basically from that trend of the excessive logos, excessiveness of like the LV bags,
Mm-hmm.
like having all the
Mm-hmm.
monochromes,
Monogram.
monochromes. Oh my god, I'm tweaking. Monograms on the bags and on the shirts, and like Gucci belt, Gucci, like this. It just became a fatigue of brands and logos, and I think, like, again, as fashion is always changing, always recycling, always just becoming something new, and when the mainstream leads into too much on one spectrum, it has to go completely
In
the
the opposite
opposite.
direction. as a
direction.
response.
Yes, exactly. So like that for me, that's personally where I feel quiet luxury came from and stemmed from. It's just like the fatigue of excess brand logos and just like
Yeah, and when I guess that this quiet luxury can be like, it is like a form of power in a way, because
oh,
it
100,000%. It's very
yeah.
political.
Well, and
If I have to say.
it shows that the elite don't need to be loud
Yeah.
in showing that they can live a luxurious
Even though
life.
they did about a decade ago, in order to show that you were part of the elite, you had to be loud with the logos and showing off your
Right.
Bentleys and your Gucci and your Birkins on Instagram and stuff, you know, like how the Kardashians did, or
Right.
like Cardi B, or these celebrities, you know, rappers and stuff, like showing off all their luxury products, you know, that
Right.
was the trend. But when it started to become like too overdone, I think, by mainstream society and like classes that are lower than the highest class, that's when everything shifted, because now it's like if you can't afford quiet luxury, you're just not a part of the elite.
Right.
So it's like,
Right.
yeah,
And
which I
it's
think
so-
is BS, but it is also just fashion and the
Right.
cycle of
Well,
fashion.
it is sort of a paradox, because the clothes themselves are quiet in their design,
Yeah.
but the conversations around them are so loud.
And the cost is even louder, because what do you mean? What do you mean a shirt is like how much? 1,000? 2,000? Like, what's it called? Like Balenciaga? The IKEA bags, remember that?
Yeah, of course.
And like the homeless aesthetic.
Yeah, what's the name of the homeless guy somewhere in Eastern Europe who they constantly pull
Yes,
inspiration
he
from?
has
I can't think of his name, but
yeah. No, but I know who you're talking about. They've
so-called the most stylish homeless person on earth.
Which is insane, low-key, to say, honestly. Like, what do you mean it's stylish to be homeless? Because it's like, tell me that's only a rich people thing.
Well, right.
Like, how can you feel good about saying, like, yeah, I want to look homeless because it's so the aesthetic now? Like, that is some
It's crazy
privilege right there.
Well, and the suckers who buy these items, I mean, they're spending thousands. So
yeah,
thousands. It's really, you know, we can't feel guilty as people who have no control. Well, as people who aren't doing this, you know, we're not the suckers who are buying these things, these like insanely overpriced things.
But we just need to, like, at the end of the day, just be like conscious about, like, again, like what we buy, and like
unless that is something that you want, you know.
Yeah, but
which again, like, there's nothing wrong with that. But
I don't know. It's just like you just need to like not be over privileged and like be up in the air when you're like buying stuff like that, and be like, yeah, I'm rocking my homeless jeans. Like, babes, you're not homeless. Babes, you live in a mansion. Babes, how much money you make per month? Like, don't even do that. It's like degrading the homeless people even more than they are being degraded by societies and by governments, especially with the rise of homeless people in the US. And it's so sad. It's really devastating to see how much like governments don't even give a hell. And then there's the fashion industry being like, hey, let me profit off of this.
Right. Well, and it does kind of relate to the fact that I think a lot of people don't have good taste.
Yeah.
And they see the you know, the luxury lifestyle and the premium lifestyle as a way to show that you have some sort of taste.
Yeah.
By saying, you know, or they have the access to this lifestyle, but they might not necessarily have the good taste. Like, they could be able to afford whatever they want.
Yeah.
But when it comes to actually putting some things together, like,
it looks horrendous.
Yeah. So I guess that is to say that good taste isn't necessarily linked to the access that a person has.
Hell to the no. Like, we see this a lot. Like, especially in Florence, like people will walk around like wearing brand names, Louis Vuitton, like Dior,
name it. Yeah, name it.
anything. And they'll like put together pieces, and it's very obviously like luxury brands, and you just kind of
like they're just wearing it because they are logo driven consumers who just want to show that they're wearing this brand, not even knowing what the brand stands for. They just know the name. They know that it's popular. They know that it's a symbol of some sort of status.
And you can you can kind of tell when a person is buying clothes to be like, I'm wearing this brand, when other than like people that actually wear clothes to because they understand the brand and then can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's talk about Martin.
Mm-hmm.
So we know this man named Martin. He's a friend. He's an uncle of a friend of mine, and Kayla. Shout out Kayla. And so Martin was telling us, tell us the story.
Well, the last time we saw Martin, we were out to dinner at Daisy's here in Florence.
Very fun restaurant.
And we were in the billiards room playing pool.
Yeah.
And we were taking a break from eating and the performance that night.
We ate so much.
It was Tarantino night. That was a really fun night.
Oh, Ole twisted his little booty off till he said, I can no more twist.
To Mr. Lou, Little Green Bag. They played all the bangers that night.
Beautiful. Oh, the atmosphere. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we were just in the billiards room, and in walks Martin with a friend of his. And I was like, oh, there's Martin. We didn't say hello at first, I don't think. I think we
were playing pool or something? Yeah. Or I don't know what we were doing. I think we were just chilling, honestly. We were taking pictures. Ole was feeling himself.
Yeah.
He's like, let me just... And I was like, okay, let me just... Yeah. And then, like, Martin comes over, and Ole sees him wearing...
a Chrome Hearts long sleeve t-shirt. And we had met him before, and I could tell that this man was definitely interested, at least a little bit in fashion, because he's well dressed,
Yeah, and he's worked for several like fashion events and stuff. Like
so he was definitely like adjacent to the fashion industry in some way. I could just tell.
Yeah.
When we first met him, and so this encounter was the second time we met him. Mm-hmm. And he's wearing a Chrome Hearts long sleeve tee. So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. So he's an older man, probably in his late 60s, maybe early 70s.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, he must have some sort of like OG connection to Chrome Hearts.
Exactly.
And it turns out, he's a motorcycle guy, rides Harleys. And he had done like several cross-country trips across the US with the Hells Angels. And they were like shooting some like Italian, either Italian or British, I can't remember, leather jackets on these Hells Angels biker guys.
No, and I love the face of this man when he's telling us this, like so casually. He's like sitting back like this. He's like, yeah, and he has a British accent. He's smoking
his cigar.
He has a British accent for some reason as well. He's like, yeah, I used to ride with the Hells Angels. I got this shirt because we did some video advertisement.
This was like the heyday. This must have been the early 90s.
Yeah.
Because,
like, what do you mean?
Literally like a few days before on Instagram, I came across like I think it was an interview from like 1993, 1994 of the Chrome Hearts guys and how they just went to Europe and were like first showing their jackets and their other leather goods in Europe. And they were saying like, if we're not going to make it in Europe, like I don't want to continue like developing this brand. So like the OG Chrome Hearts days, and to think of what they are now, like
it's insanity.
Insanity.
Me and Ole are just standing there like, bruv is chill. Bruv has been here before.
He has seen some things.
He has seen some things 100%.
Met some interesting people.
Me and Ole were just like, wow, that's insane.
Well, and he has taste, and it's like, was this taste of Martin's, for example, was it learned or was it inherent? How did he, I guess it came from the motorcycle culture, but like, take a brand like Chrome Hearts. Like it's pretty established that Chrome Hearts is a brand of good taste.
Yeah.
And it's
And this man, like the way that he holds himself and stuff, you can tell that his taste is less performative than like the usual people. Like he's wearing like, you know, and he's just chill and he's, you know, not like out and about like, you know, look at me, look at what I'm wearing. But he's just chill, he's smoking his cigar, just chilling in the billiards room, and I was like, wow, that man has style. He does. He really does. And you could see it. It's a different aura. It's a different aura than someone that's trying to be like very performative, just wearing logos to wear logos.
right.
Or
The
quiet
bad
luxury.
taste people. Yeah. Well, and if it's like if taste is a language in a similar way that fashion is a language, it's possible that there are different dialects of this language.
Yes.
Because like a Chrome Hearts biker guy might have a totally different like taste dialect than some like Loro Piana wearing CEO. So
100%. Like loved what Martin was wearing, but personally I would never wear that, you know?
right.
And not because I think it looks bad, it just would not fit me. And like, yeah, I think like fashion is a lot like art in that sense, where it's like, even if you're wearing a t-shirt and jeans, it's still like a form of expression. Like it just, the way that you wear something, it's you're trying to like tell a story, you know? And whether or not you do it super intentionally or not, you are still doing it intentionally because you have a thought process behind it, and the brain does a little spark, and then you have a thought, and then you do the thought. So yes, and yeah, I definitely think in that sense fashion is like art. You just like want to express something through it.
There's no like one like rubric or grading scale that we're all being graded against. And it is like there's all of these different maybe not even dialects, but languages itself. Like maybe there's not just one.
Yeah, you know? And that's why people have different styles or taste of fashion. It's because we all speak a different language in the form of fashion, you know? Yeah. So
yeah, and I guess that is the point, that you know, there are many ways to maybe say the same thing. You know,
that's true.
And I guess like going back to thinking about like what, for example, like what the Chrome Hearts shirt represented, and when I recognized it, I was like, okay, this must mean something deeper. And I did start to think about it in more of like a political context. Like, you know, motorcycling culture, for example, has been a culture of rebellion. So it was clear to me that Martin as a person definitely has that rebellious nature. And I guess in a similar way for me, it's denim in general. It's a garment that was infused with rebellion at a certain time. And I guess that's why I feel cool wearing it, is because I do feel like a bit of a rebel, you know?
I can resonate with that. I feel like a rebellion as well. I love to rebel. That's why I have Swarovski gems in my teeth. And
shine bright.
And I want to dye my hair. I want to dye my hair a certain color. Yeah, we'll see later. Like I also feel like I like to rebel because I'm wearing like weird things that regular people wouldn't wear all the time, and that's my form of rebellion personally. Like wearing obnoxious colors during winter, like the ends of winter, and throughout winter I was wearing pink, I was wearing red, I was wearing green. Those aren't your like usual winter colors, but I'm like, I don't care. I really don't care. I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. So yeah, and that's my form of rebellion. So I think,
and again, like I think it is, especially as younger people, I think it is like not like I think that sense of rebellion is important to hold as a young person, because as we keep growing up and keep like as our eyes keep opening to the real world, I think it is important to have that sense of rebellion, because I think there is always something trying to silence that rebellion, especially in the political atmosphere.
Yeah.
And again, that's why for me clothes are so powerful, because even if something like, you know, a Levi's 501 or like Martin's Chrome Hearts shirt, for example, like the logo, or not the logo, but like the I guess just
the heaviness or like the essence of the brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That,
the reputation behind the brand. Yeah.
As that gets mass produced, most likely in some offshore manufacturing site, like I do think about if the garment itself, the rebellious garment itself, loses some of that, or if it's just, more saturated. But if it just becomes more saturated.
I also think that like fashion is a form of rebellion, because in a way, if you take fashion seriously and you curate what you're wearing for the day and stuff, it's like your way of saying, you society, I'm actually going to conform to my own sense of style rather than conforming into this trend society, in this circle of just like, now you should wear this because this is what's popular. Right? No, you don't wear, pink. Like the pink is not the trend right now. Right now you have to wear red. It's like, no, saying like, you actually, I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. Because this feels like me, and that's my form of rebellion towards the trends, towards society, towards seasonal colors.
And I guess that is where we share some common ground on this subject, because fashion always communicates something. And perhaps where we might see things a little differently is whether that communication is like, whether it's like personal without being political. Because I think there might be some cases where it's like, okay, I'm not carrying any political weight in this, but I am just here existing. But yeah, I think it is really, really interesting to think about.
I love to like, in that sense of adding politics to what we wear, I love to say, when people ask me, where are you from? I say, I'm American Palestinian. And they're like, oh my God, that's so cool. And I'm like, I know, because I am probably the few Palestinians that you have met in your life that are not your stereotypical dressed, or not even that, but I don't look like a terrorist, as a lot of people like to put. Yeah, I use that. I did it. Yeah, I'm Arab, so I can do it. Anyways, so yeah, I'm like, it's like also my form of resistance towards like society and just like our average media throughout the world, sadly. And I'm like a form of resistance, saying that we are not terrorists. We are humans, like with you and me,
with personality, and
with different personalities, different tastes, but yeah, we still share something in common, which is our blood, and that I am Palestinian, and I'm very proud. I love the way I dress. I love the way I express myself. I'm a calm person. I am not I'm not a violent person at all, and this is like my form of like resistance, is through the way I dress, and just to express that there is more substance than what the media portrays us as very flat personas that are just full of rage, anger, violence, very extremist people, which is all completely false, very false, and it's not fair to place that stereotype over a group of people for anyone.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah.
So in a way, maybe you could say that it's your way to like escape the more stereotypical gaze that you could say maybe the rest of the world has put upon you as
definitely
a Palestinian person.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of people can resonate with that, especially what's going on in like Iran at the moment, and the women, just well, this hasn't been happening just now, but like with their government being under this super extremist Islamic ruling, which is not Islam. This is an extremist terrorist regime that is placed under the name of a religion, which is very sad, but like forcing these religious aspects upon women, and just like
as it comes to dressing,
education, what they can do just as everyday activities. it's like also it's a way of like saying that people of color, we are more than our like issues only. We also like to do normal things as everyday people, and we have our personalities outside of our cultural and national traumas and problems, you know. And yeah, I like to be mindful about that.
Well, I think that's to say that no matter where you're from, no matter who you are, and regardless of whether you are someone who's interested in fashion, fashion speaks really before we do,
Yeah.
before we open our mouth. And once it's out there, like, you can't really take that back. So I think it is important for people to keep in mind, yeah, like how you present yourself to the world, what sorts of clothes you're wearing. And I think it is something that people should think about, because whether you realize it or not, you are making a statement to the rest of the world by what you wear.
No matter what. And you can also always grow your statements and change your opinion as you go through life, go through new clothes, go through old clothes and recycle them in some sort of way. And yeah, honestly, I think we'll leave it there.
Yeah, I think we talked about some good stuff today.
And
well, I guess, should we pose the question for next time? Well, I have a question that for the viewers at home. Going back to talking about taste, you know, we talked about it a bit, but do you guys think taste is something learned, or is it instinctive? We would both love to hear where you stand on that.
Yeah.
Because I still don't think I'm 100% convinced one way or the other. So,
and I think we'll talk more about that next time, maybe.
Yeah, I think taste will always be something that we talk about. But
and it would be a good thing to read your guys' comments and see what you think, and then maybe you guys can also help us reach
stronger point of view, maybe.
Stronger point of view. Yeah. Yes, you took the words right out of my mouth. But anyways, this was Left Undone. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you guys for tuning in today.
Yes, and thank you for listening to us yap with me and Ole. And yeah, thank you so much.
We'll see you next time. Peace, guys.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.